I keep seeing all these cringy videos on YouTube. Why discipline is ruining your life. Why self-improvement is ruining your life. And at the end of the video, they just tell you that it's just clickbait and discipline's not ruining anyone's life. It's just that maybe, possibly, you could be overworking. Just shut up, bro. Lack of discipline is ruining far more lives than excessive discipline is. It's like talking about training on Reddit. Everyone will tell you the dangers of overtraining, and yet they won't speak about the fact that 99% of people are undertraining. In cases you're new to this, you're going to learn my fun way of building discipline, and in cases you really want to maximize your discipline, I'm also going to teach you my painful way of skyrocketing discipline. If you're up for it, let's go. Discipline is what sets men apart. Imagine the following guys. Jeffrey has no discipline. So what does he do all day? He jacks off, he's got 3 OnlyFans subscriptions, he watches a lot of Netflix, he goes onto social media and he scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. He keeps finding himself back onto YouTube. He hasn't made any progress, he hasn't been improving himself, but he does watch a lot of self-improvement videos. This better not sound like you. Obviously, his diet is shocking, he barely ever trains his body or his mind. He thinks learning is for nerds and he has an all-round instant gratification addiction because he doesn't have the discipline to commit to delayed gratification. How about the other guy? Let's call him Adonis. Obviously, a guy named Adonis is going to have a lot of discipline. He understands short-term pain for long-term gain. His discipline lets him commit to the delayed gratification that makes his life better in the long run. So he works out, he challenges himself, he sets himself some goals, and he actually fails a lot of those goals. But he commits, he keeps going. Then he starts succeeding, then he starts achieving some goals, and then more of them, and then even more of them. He tries implementing a business idea that he has. He fails. Then he tries again and he learns from each and every failure. Adonis's discipline lets him commit and helps him push past the pain of delayed gratification. Without discipline, you set yourself up for the life like Jeffrey. Jeffrey will not go the extra mile, but he will be offended that he isn't at the next mile mark. Discipline gives you that grit to work even when you don't feel like it. Now, how many times have I said that? You must be able to do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. That's discipline. Most of the time, you are not going to feel like doing the hard work. The hooks of instant gratification keep us in a state of comfort. We need discipline to get out of it. So how do we build discipline? I want you to imagine life as a video game. And in this video game, you have skills. Just like in RuneScape and League of Legends, you have skills that you can level up through getting XP, experience. So what does that mean? It means that your discipline level is quite low right now. You are a noob. And so what does the noob do? Because I keep hearing from a lot of guys who I try to help, they are noobs, but they want the challenge and the reward of being the main account who's max level. You're a noob right now, we've got to set the bar low. You don't start killing the dragons and the big beasts, you start killing the chickens and the cows. So you have to start by building discipline, doing things that will seem like they are below you, things that will seem too easy, and you're going to think, I'm not going to gain anything from this. This is why, again, I've said this before, every motivational video you've watched on YouTube has said to go and make your bed. There's a really good reason for that. It's because the people who are watching motivational videos on YouTube are at the level where making their bed is progress in their discipline skill. That means that you would get a benefit out of leveling up your discipline, doing such easy tasks like cleaning up your room, but your ego is in the way because you think you're better than you actually are. You will only be able to improve yourself if you believe that there is something to improve, and that means taking that hit in your ego and admitting that you aren't so great. Trust me, a big, cocky, confident guy like me who's so narcissistic and has a massive ego, I have to do this too. I have to write down and say where my failures are, where my weaknesses are, what I'm doing wrong, and that is how I can improve. You must be able to do the same. So discipline is built, it's leveled up when you do things that you don't really feel like doing. You don't feel like cleaning up your room, well, go and clean it up anyway. You don't feel like taking a shower because you're a scruff, well, go and take one anyway. But I don't feel like exercising today, well, go anyway. What you do to build your discipline is relevant to your current comfort zone, and it's just right outside of it. Most guys with that big ego, they're trying to push for something which is way out the side of it because they think, okay, if it's far out my comfort zone, if it's really hard to do, the rewards are bigger. That's true, but you are not doing those big actions anyway because you don't have the discipline to commit to them, because you're ignoring the foundational growth just outside of your comfort zone. And this, what I'm saying, sounds like an insult unless you've got a nice positive mindset, because if I was in your position 6, 7, 8 months ago, I was in your position and I was grateful for this. I realized, okay, the bar is set low, I'm pathetic right now. That means that I can literally make progress in my life by doing a push-up. I haven't exercised in a month. If I drop down and do one push-up today, that is progress. So then I did a push-up. But do you think I actually went down for one push-up and I only stayed for one push-up? Obviously not. I did 20. Then I did another set. This is why we set the bar so low, and I want you to start viewing this with some gratitude, okay? You fell off the wagon a bit, you know, your progress hasn't been so good, but that means that right now, to make progress, you can do pretty much the bare minimum. You haven't been meditating consistently, so if you literally take one mindful breath today, that is progress. That is something to be happy and grateful about, that you can make progress in your life, quite frankly, easily. And now this is how to skyrocket discipline. This is only for the guys who are truly up for it. This is difficult, and in my opinion, you have to be in good shape, physically and mentally, to attempt this. This is what I call chasing discomfort challenges. I do this about once a month. You set a challenge which you know that you cannot achieve, and then you go and achieve it anyway. The challenge has to be so difficult that you genuinely multiple times get the thought that I can't do this, I've got to quit, I can't do that much, you know, impossible. Your mind has to think like that. This is how we really push past and we build some insane levels of discipline. I do this roughly once per month. The first one I did was in August. For the first time I went camping in a thunderstorm. Truly a uncomfortable moment. Multiple times during it, I wanted to bail, I wanted to leave. But we didn't, me and my friend. And I walked away from that experience with a huge level of discipline. I have just camped in some of the worst conditions you could go camping in. Next time there's an opportunity to go camping and the weather isn't bad, it's not a thunderstorm, that's going to be easy for me because I've already pushed past that level. I've already built the discipline of doing something far harder. Another chasing discomfort challenge I did was running 10K. I've never ran anything more than 5. I literally just set the challenge and I did not believe I could do it. It took a while. I was running for like an hour straight without stopping. And I have flat feet as well. I'm naturally a very poor runner, but yet I did it. My mind was telling me that I couldn't do it, but I knew with the education and knowledge that I've gotten from this, that I don't have to listen to those thoughts of weakness. You don't have to feel like it. You don't have to listen to your feelings. Click on the little card that just popped up. Each and every time you do one of these chasing discomfort challenges, your discipline level goes up by at least 1, if not 5, if not 10, depending on where you started. Because think about it, after camping in a thunderstorm, am I really gonna struggle with eating or not eating the chocolate or going onto YouTube to watch videos or playing video games? You'd build discipline by setting yourself challenges. And the good thing is that even if you fail that challenge, you still built some discipline because that was some time that you just pushed yourself and you were away from the instant gratification hoax. If you want to see more videos from a somewhat unconventional small YouTuber and just chat shit and I talk about young men's self-improvement, then turn on the post notifications. You'll get a message from our next one, and the videos I'm putting out, I'm not gonna lie, full of some value. If you're about 20 to 30 years old, you're gonna benefit from my content. I do self-improvement coaching. If you're struggling with leveling up in real life, you're addicted to video games, to jacking off, you're struggling on NoFap, you keep failing at like day 3, don't you? You've got a poor mentality about some things, you're all around just a little bitch, well, I'll help you to not be such a little bitch. There is the self-improvement coaching link in the description. Scroll down, click on that right now if you want my personal help. I have an email newsletter where I send out 1 email per week just based on self-improvement. So I teach you some things, I send some articles. The responses so far to this newsletter have been fantastic. It seems like it's got such incredible high levels of value. A lot of the things that I sent are somewhat, I can't speak about it on YouTube, it's somewhat unconventional dating advice, masculinity talk, and you know, all the stuff that'll get you cancelled. So if you want to see that email, sign up to the email newsletter, links in the description. Scroll down, click on it right now, give me your email. I'm gonna spam this shit out of you. 50 emails a day, what are you gonna do? Finally, I made a video titled "Don't Listen to Your Feelings, Bro." It's just appeared on screen. I think you'll like that one. Click on it right now to watch it.